Hi, this is Sheila with Sheila Stamping Wishes. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm here today to make this card. Well, we're going to make something similar to it. This was a recent card sketch that we did with my upline, Don Griffith, who challenges us all the time with different card sketches and things to kind of think outside the box. So this was mine, and today we're going to change it up, and I think I'm going to use in the stamp set here, Hey Love. This is the one I used in this one along with the new rectangular framelits, but I think I'm going to use the little skunk because he is really stinking sweet, and do some punching instead with 3 different size punches to get the layers on there, and then we'll change up maybe this area here. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll tell you about the supplies we use as we go along. That way you'll have the information at the time that I'm using them. Okay, so today we are using these 2 stamp sets, Hey Love and Forever Lovely, and they're found in our New Occasions catalog. Let's see here on page 8 is our precious Hey Love. If you don't have this in your collection yet, this is a must. Just great. And then those rectangular framelits I told you about, I am just going gagas over that stuff. There are so many framelits that you get in the set. In fact, I'm going to show it. Here's a picture of it right here. Here we go, right here. Hopefully I've got that in frame. And all of these dies are just $35. You just really can't beat that. And here's the set, as you can see here. And as I transfer them out of I just got these recently, I will be numbering mine. Like you'll see some here that are numbered with a 3. I usually start at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and mark my way out so that when I have classes, it's easier for me in my instructions to show them which ones that they want to be using. So as you can see, a lot of generous rectangular framelits here for us to use. Now out of, as you know, during occasions, the new occasions and during celebration, you can also get free items with any order that's $50 or more. So we're going to be using this yummy organza ribbon. It comes in 4 different colors, as you can see here. Or 5, actually. Oh, 5. Oh, bonus there. But anyway, we're going to use the purple today. I went ahead and made my bow ahead of time just to save a little bit of time. But okay, let's get started making this. Okay, so we're going to take our cardstock, and we've got a piece of 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We've got a scrap piece for punching our layers of the gorgeous grape. We've got another layering piece that is 4 by 5.5, and then we've got a piece of vellum, and that one is cut at 3 3/4. And I think I said score on this. I meant cut 4 by 5.5. Anyway, this vellum is 3 3/4 by 5, and we've got a scrap of white for stamping our little skunk, and then a scrap of our shimmery, the silver glimmer paper. And so anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the vellum first because it needs a little bit of time to dry. And we're going to be using the hearts, and those come from that Forever Lovely. Love, love, love those. So we're going to go ahead and get our gorgeous grape stamp pad out here. And we're going to go ahead and stamp our little Valentine hearts across the page here. So let me just go ahead and get this lined up so that we can make sure I'm going straight across here. And we're going to come in at an angle, and a few of them will come off to the side. Come straight up so that you don't end up smearing. You're working with vellum. Remember that that is a straight down, hold, and straight up, and you get a very, very pretty impression. Straight down, straight up, and then one more time. Let's come in here. I'm trying not to get my sleeves in that ink there. All right, so let's go ahead and stamp down here. and Stamp Up. Okay, so for a little saying, I thought we'd kind of switch that up and put the little stinking sweet on there, and then we'll put another little saying in the inside. So let's go ahead and stamp this, and it's the first time I'm using it, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp it off here. Make sure I've got it nice and straight. Looks like we do. And I'm going to come over here because I want to add a piece of ribbon that I didn't with my first one, and I'm going to just put Stinkin' Sweet right there and up. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and wipe that off of that stamp and close up my stamp pad. And I'm going to move this off right now onto another table while it dries. Hopefully it's going to dry before I have to start manipulating it. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. We can go ahead and fold our cardstock in half, which is the one that will score at 4 1/4 if you're scoring it. And burnish it real nicely. And we're going to set that aside because I am using ribbon and I want to be able to bring the ribbon around, but I want my other piece in there too. So let's go ahead and stamp out our cute little skunk here and get him colored while we're waiting on the other pieces to dry. Let's see what I did with my, there it is, my black tuxedo memento. Stamp up my skunk real well. Okay, I think we got it. All right, let's just go down here in the center, press down and hold. Good. All right, so let's go ahead and get him colored up real cute, real fast. And I did notice that all of these little characters in this Hey Love is really quick and easy to color, so it's not going to take you a lot of time. All right, I'd like to start off first in the white areas because I want to be sure and keep them white, and it'll remind me where my white areas are by coming around here. And I'm trying to stay away from the edges because I really don't want the newly printed ink to get onto my white color, because I just want her, I'm going to say her little belly to shimmer and all the white areas to shimmer. So we're going to go ahead and go in here and do that. Okay, and that's using our Wink of Stella. Next, I'm going to come in with the dark smoky slate for its face area. That's the light one. Let's pull this one. Yep, the dark smoky slate. And I'm going to use the fine tip area because we are going into some small areas here, and I want to keep the color within its lines. And I'm doing its face a little lighter, only so that you can really see the distinguishing features, and her smile and everything is just so cute. I didn't want to use the light black, which I'll be using on the body to help keep that shining out a little bit better. Let's see, we got a little white dot there, so let's go ahead and clean that. Then we're going to take the dark black, which was basic black, and we're going to do its little nose. I had originally, in one of my practice ones, I had made her a little pink nose, and it was cute, but I thought for this card better to keep it into the black and whites like we're doing. Okay, then we want to take our light basic black, and again, because I am into some small areas here, I'm going to go ahead and use my smaller tip blend. And I'm going to come in here and color its arms. And I'll speed up through this portion of it. Inch punch. So let's go ahead and center this around. Let's go from the side here, it looks like, to get a better center. and go ahead and punch that one out. And then we're going to take a scrap of our gorgeous grape and do the 2 1/4. Okay. And then we're going to take the 2 1/2 inch with our scrap of the silver glimmer. And pull it out. Okay. So let's go ahead and adhere our little skunk. Okay, let's do that there. Now what I'm going to do here, I like, because the stuff does not adhere always so well with our glimmer, I like to take and punch me. I'm using the little 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch punch, and I like to come in here and I will put dimensions here and glue this to the cardstock when we're ready, and that way this one, and we can go ahead and center it there, and I just turn this over and I put me a dimension on each circle, and that way I know that it's going to adhere to it properly and everything. So let's go ahead and layer us a couple more over here since we're going to bring this in. Okay, so let's go ahead and set that aside. Now we've got a piece of it measures 3/4 by 5 inch that we're going to stamp, and this is what we did with it. I stamped the little gorgeous grape hearts, and then I used our chalk marker and made little circle dots just to give it some added interest. So let's go ahead and do that. And my little hearts are, oops, are in here, so let's go ahead and pull them out. And here they are. So I'll go ahead for right now and use that there so I don't lose them. I always like to keep mine when I'm doing filming like this, or even if we're in a stamp camp. I like to see the ladies keep them if they're out on a block and not loose, because they're so easy to attach to something else and they're gone. And there's just no finding them. We've hunted many, many times. Luckily, so far, all but one stamp, which just is missing, we were able to find. So just keep that in mind when you're doing them. It's a little bit easier once they get a little bit of a stain on them from your color ink that you're using to locate them, but they're still a photopolymer and they're still have that clear effect to them, so they're going to want to kind of disappear into the background, or because they are they stick on things easily. I have found them on the back of cases, I mean just everywhere. So we're going to go ahead and put it back into my case so we make sure that it's there for the next time we need it. So let's go ahead and put that down. Okay, and let's go ahead and close this for right now. And move off some of these pins here and straighten my, I'm getting too much stuff over here. So let's straighten this all out real quick. I can't work when I get too cluttered. There we go. That's much better. Okay, so now I'm going to take my little dots using my chalk marker and just make some cute little polka dots randomly around it. Kind of making your own designer paper, if you will, is the idea behind it. Okay, I think that looks good. So let's go ahead and stop there. And so next let's check on, because I think we're just about ready to, well, we could go ahead and do the inside of the card real quick, and then we'll see if that's dry enough for us to handle. Okay, so I've set up my 4 by 5 1/4 here in my Stamparatus, and I've got the stamps out of this one, Forever Lovely, and it says, I'll love you until the day after forever. So I thought that would be cute, and I think we'll stamp us a little, one of the little skunks down here with some hearts floating up on it. I thought that would be cute. Again, we're kind of making this one as we go, so we'll just use our imagination and see where it takes us. Let's go ahead and do this one with the Gorgeous Grape instead of the black ink. I was kind of working towards the black ink, and I thought, no, this would be pretty in the to carry the theme out. Okay, press down, give it a few minutes to, or not minutes, but seconds to transfer over into the paper. Perfect, beautiful. Don't need to redo that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our little skunk back out again and stamp it. Let's go ahead and use our black memento. Well, for some reason, there we go. I wasn't getting enough ink on the stamp. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's put it off to this side because I want the hearts kind of floating off from the way she's sprinkling her hearts. There we go. Okay, then let's take our hearts. We'll go ahead and take this off, and we'll put it away since we don't need it anymore. Get our Gorgeous Grape out, and we'll take and okay, let's make sure we've got that. That kind of didn't, there we go. That looks okay. So, and the nice thing about it is these hearts you can actually stamp or write through. So even though I'm going to bring them up, I will continue when I address this card. I won't have any problems at all with wanting to write across my message there. Okay, well, we got a little bit of a thing there, but that's okay. We can fix that. Okay, let's see what I can reach for real quick. I think, let me see if I still have them in here. Put that in. Let's set this aside. Oh, we're gonna have to change things. Ooh, change things up. I wasn't paying attention, and I put it this way, and I meant for the card to go this way. So, all right, we'll fix it. We'll do something here. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet, but we'll do it. Okay, so now we're going to be having this that way. We'll need to trim this down to the, make sure that's, yeah, 4. So let me trim that down to 4. Okay, so we'll bring this across like so. Now, let's see if I'm going to be able to, because that is going to be, we'll just cut off one of the hearts over there. We'll make it no more than 4 either. Let's see if that'll work. I think this will work just fine. Okay, good. And then we're going to take a piece of ribbon. So let's go ahead. What I'm going to do is go ahead and bring this here because I really wanted it to be on the vellum. Then I'm going to bring some ribbon here, and then our little layering guy will go right over here. I think this is going to be really come out cuter than I thought it was going to after I made my little mistake there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this on. Alright, so, and that's the beauty part of using a solid cardstock over vellum, is that now I will have an area in here that I can adhere that's not going to show through. And then down below here in some of the darker hearts and stuff, I'm going to use some mini glue dots, and that will adhere it. So let's go ahead and get that done. So, and I'm still trying to handle this paper a little bit gently because I can see there's still a little bit of wetness on the ink. So when you're doing this, again, be sure that you allow some drying time for that. See how I've got my ribbon? Connie Stewart the other day, I was saw her on her tips, and she had put some of this onto her, and they are, see how I got that little bit of purple, so there's still a little bit of dampness. But she put that ribbon so it makes it easy when you're pulling your paper back. It just comes right back for you, and that really has worked out well. It was a great tip. So if you didn't happen to see it, there's a good tip for it. And then whenever you're done, let me go ahead and put this on. I'll show you what you can do. Okay, I want to leave a little border on this one for the different colors and stuff. There we go. And if we have to, see how this one kind of comes over a little bit? So let me get my scissors and trim that off real quick. That way we have it flush with the card, which is what I was trying to achieve there. Okay, there. Okay, see if you look real closely there, you can still see a little bit of that wetness, so that's why I'm having to be a little careful with it. So let's go ahead and put our ribbon on and see what I was talking about, how yummy and how much you get, and that's free. Can you believe it? Man, that's hard to believe sometimes. Okay, again, kind of using the glue dot idea, I'm going to use and what's nice about this is when it gets too long, you can just pull that off and you're still covered until you pull it back a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and put me a glue dot right here. Well, if it'll stick. There we go. And I'm going to bring, I think the ribbon will bring it up about midway here. Okay, and let's go ahead and get us another glue dot, and we can lift that off with our piercing tool and place it down where we need it, and then I'll trim the ribbon. So we want it about right there. So go ahead and take that off. And there we go. And we'll trim this off. And then go ahead and put some adhesive on the back, and then we can just go ahead and layer it onto our card. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring this over here. And it looks like this one's just off a little bit here, so let me straighten that ribbon out. And we'll also, to make sure it stays tight in the center, depending on where I end up putting the bow, we could put another glue dot in that center. So it looks like that's got that layered well. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that down. And let's go ahead and find a little spot for our, she is just precious, isn't she? And let's see if we can come in here with its bow. I think will be real cute over there, and we'll trim up the streamers a little bit. That's gonna be cute. Or we could put it up here. Let's see how that looks. And put our streamers there. Or we could even put our bow there, which would be cute too. Put her up under Stinkin' Sweet. No, I think we're going to go ahead and go the other way. I think we'll go ahead and bring her on down in here. So let's go ahead and remove our covers on the back. One more. Here we go. Okay, so let's bring her about right here. Okay, and then let's get us a glue dot and put our bow on. I'll go ahead and put a couple of glue dots on just to be sure that I've got a good strength on there. And let's just bring it right there, and then we'll trim off a little bit of the streamers here. There. Well, for not going that direction to begin with, I think the card came out really cute. So here's the inside, here's the front of it, and here's our original design here, so you can see how quickly you can do a different version on it. So again, thank you for stamping by. Yeah, that too. But thanks for stopping by, and until next time, happy stamping and God bless you.